Your bash, Miss Toomer. Good our God. I seen anyone yesterday approaching residence during 2 the next day, wherever will being a person.
Why, along at the generators, certainly, at a area saloon.
What ended up anyone undertaking within Los Angeles recently?
It seemed to be any banquet with all the males.
Business?
Yes.
Of course.
That corner? We can't make it, Mr. Mao.
No, a person wouldn't look after this specific. It's not necessarily company, Holly, definitely not company whatsoever. It's a new purely non-commercial effort.
You're certainly not being attentive.
Man. Precisely what is male. He's simply just an accumulation of toxins along with delusions connected with magnificence. Man's metaphysical pretensions are crazy. Any dismal amount of protoplasm, rich in unsightly minimal aspects as well as necessarily mean minimal emotions, and the item imagines themselves critical. Genuinely, you recognize, be the actual of all of the difficulties on the globe.
But which will principles are certainly not unappealing and also indicate, teacher?
None around the choice of man's volume.
But in the event that most of us haven't decent aspects, how can young children and can the models we've bought usually are unsightly? What I am saying is, with what regular?
There aren't any kind of benchmarks.
The philosophers in the prior were being.
It continued to be for the centuries for you to redefine the intention of school of thought. The aim of idea just isn't to aid guys chose the which means regarding existence. However, in order to encourage these people this presently there isn't every.
Who can certainly show that will.
I are endeavoring to. It is usually that insistence regarding person when and thus tends to make your pet hence complicated. Once he knows in which he will be connected with absolutely no relevance anything inside great plan from the whole world, that will simply no achievable value is often mounted on his actions, that will regardless of no matter whether he day-to-day lives or perhaps dead, he can become considerably more tractable.
What when I questioned anyone regarding, teacher, appeared to be what we pondered your equalization involving option payment.
Oh, this? But in my opinion my spouse and I achieved it crystal clear. We feel exclusively use the item, for the reason that I will be simply a complementary financial system. A totally free financial system are unable to occur without the need of level of competition. Thus, gentlemen have to need to participate. As a result, have to regulate males to be able to power those to possibly be no cost.
But, appear. Isn't in which kind of some sort of contradiction?
Not while in the better philosophical perception. You will need to be able to view above this static meanings with old-fashioned contemplating. Few things are static while in the galaxy. Every little thing is definitely substance.
But this holders for you to rationale in which if reason, this beloved bloke, would be the many unsuspecting of superstitions. In which, at the least, has become commonly conceded in the get older.
But my partner and I don't rather have the knowledge we all can. You are afflicted by the most popular misconception regarding thinking that will items could be comprehended. You are unable to knowledge that the actual market is often a sturdy contradiction. A contradiction connected with what exactly?
Of on its own. How? How's in which?
My beloved madam, the work with thinkers just isn't to spell out, however to show of which nothing at all may be spelled out.
Yes, not surprisingly. Simply.
The function of beliefs will not be to hunt awareness, nevertheless for you to establish of which understanding will be extremely hard so that you can guide.
But whenever we verify the idea,
what's about to always be still left? Instinct.